This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're in Trinity House here in Tower Hill for the announcement that James DeGALE'S signed with Matchroom Sport and will fight on May the 31st against Brandon Gonzalez, winner to fight Frochel Groves. With me I've got trainer Jim McDonnell. God, that was a 15-second intro, Jim. All for you. What's happening, Jim?
Yeah, everything's good, thanks, mate. What about yourself? I'm cool.
I'm all good. James had two routes, didn't he? Previously, he could have gone to WBC, could have gone the IBF. He is going the IBF. Obviously, it makes it more exciting for him to go this route from a British point of view, because we know who he's going to face if he comes through Brandon Gonzalez. So, was there any serious talk of him going for the other route?
Yeah, obviously, it was the one who he's managed to challenge for the WBC world title, the green belt. We all know what that means. So obviously that was there, and then out of the blue this has come up, and it was like putting a light to a rocket. And James he was on it straight away. Now he's excited, he's ready for the stadiums and the big fights, and it don't get no bigger. So he's really excited.
Obviously, without touching on it too much, are you disappointed to have sort of cut your ties with Channel 5 and Hennessy Promotions, Mick, with Mick Hennessy?
Yeah, I mean, listen, James is just going along with his job, doing everything that happens in the background. We leave it to his management, and we just got to keep pushing on and pushing to where we want to get to. And James's main goal is to be world champion. He wants to become the first British Olympic gold medalist to be a world champion, and he's now got the opportunity. Wins his next two fights, job done. Brandon
Gonzalez, the unbeaten American. How much do you know about Brandon Gonzalez, Jim?
I know that it's going to be the toughest fight of James's career. I know that he's going to be the best fighter James has faced so far. He trains and spars with Andre Ward, and you know, he's of good stock. I've spoke to people who I know in the States who've told me the same thing. So James has got to prepare thoroughly and can't leave no stone unturned. This kid's the real deal. It's a real tough fight. It's not a given, but James, performing at his best, will do the job.
What a night it's going to be on May 31st. Like I said, the biggest British boxing fight in decades on May the 31st, and it's kind of like we know whatever the outcome of that fight, we know kind of what could be the outcome regarding James's and Brandon's fight, and it's going to make it into a special night, surely.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. I remember, you know, as a fighter boxing at Wembley myself, when Frank boxed Tim Witherspoon, I was the chief support that night. History repeating itself. James is chief support at Wembley this night, and just coming out of the tunnel, the fans, and I think it was 40,000 when I boxed, so there'll be double that number this time. But just that euphoria, that feeling, that buzz, you know, it's really exciting, and James is really excited, really excited.
Would you consider the last 18 months of James' career to be a tad frustrating?
Yeah, I think with James, you know, he's like all fighters, he's ambitious. He's pushing for the big fights. He wants the ambition, and you know. But credit to him, he's been a good pro. He's worked. He's got the wins. He's kept his head down, and he's now in the position he's in through what he's done in the last 8 months. He's stayed on track, and you know, he's beat some good fighters as well, and he's got to beat another good fighter in Brandon Gonzalez to finally get the opportunity to box for the world title. So it's been a tough trip, but he's here now. So onwards and upwards.
Absolutely. Well, May 31st, like I said, it's an already interesting night has just been made even more interesting now, and you know, I'm sure the whole country can't wait for this.
Well, you know what's really funny, because I had one of my biggest fights on exactly the same date, '89. I boxed the final eliminator for the WBC in England against Barry McGuigan, and on the same day, all these
the 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
of that?
All these years later, we've got James boxing a final eliminator for the world title, and like I said, it's at Wembley. There's so much deja vu. It's like it's body tingling. It's really weird.
Well, it is just quite spooky.
Yeah.
25 years ago, I was 7. That's weird, isn't it? As well.
So you weren't even at the fight.
7, is that a relevant number to anything, Jim? Can you think of anything 7?
I just know that 9 7s are 63. You ain't been in 9 6. So we'll sit on 7 7s and 49. No, I'm joking.
All right, listen, Jim McDonnell, thanks for talking to IFL TV. Best of luck, like I said, we'll all be on James, and
cheers,
come 31st, just hope he disposes of Brandon Gonzalez to set up what could be a fantastic fight with either Frochel Groves this year.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Thank you, mate. Thank you, Coon.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Cheers, mate.